Mm. You can't keep friends because you can't handle real. That's what the title of this video is. I just want to talk about it a little bit with you. Um, I've been noticing a lot with people. They've been doing a lot of stuff like, I'm protecting my energy. I don't like the way this person did that, or this person did this, and all these different types of things. So you start isolating yourself, and you start losing friends, and you become more and more isolated. And first off, that's what the devil wants. He wants you to isolate yourself, right? He wants you to tell yourself these things, protecting my energy and all this different type of stuff. That way he can get you, and then he can do what he wants with you, right? Now in this video, I want to share with you something that a guy who's like a mentor to me, my boy James, he told me this. And once he told it to me, man, it kind of changed how not kind of, it definitely changed how I view people for the better. And it allowed me to keep the people I love, my friends and family, and not change up on them, because I almost fell victim to the same thing, right? So that's what he told me. He was like, young blood, I had a little situation going on. He said, young blood, the problem is you looking at people all wrong, like, what you mean by that? He goes, you see how, your friend felt like he didn't have to do this thing for you and you would have did it for him? He said, that's what you do. That's not what he do. He said, I want you to think about that person and think about like how often they come through for you in certain situations, right? He said, what percentage, right? So I go, I don't like 50%. He goes, all right. So that's on average, you say a 50. I said, yeah. He said, so whenever you need him and you need him to come through for you, he a 50. He ain't 100. I go, okay. He said, so look at him like that. Expect that. I go, all right. Yeah, that's cool. That's like kind of, kind of understandable, but he keeps going and he goes, you know, you got people that you call, they don't answer all the time. How often they answer the phone? How often, your boy, we'll call him L. We just talked about this too. My boy L, he said, how many times your boy L answer the phone? Out of 10. I go, probably 3. He said, that's 30%. He a 30 when it come to that, right? Just know when you holler at him and you call him, it's a 30. So don't get too invested in what's going on, right? And that's enough on the number part. Now here go the craziest part. He begins to tell me everybody is 100. If he a 50, how can he be 100? He's a 50. He said, that right there is the problem. And that's the problem me and you having. That's our problem. We're viewing him on an overall scale, her on an overall scale of 100, right? But we know that they're a 50, but they're not a 50 out of 100. That's the problem. They're genuinely being, let me get closer. They're genuinely being them. So what does that mean? They're a 50. They're a 50 out of 50 because that's their max potential. When you accept that, you realize, what is 50 divided by 50? It's 1. 100. 100%. So they're a 50 out of 50. They're 100%. When I call my boy L and he don't answer the phone, and he answered 2 out of 3 times or whatever that number is, he's genuinely being him. That's 100. That's him being him. If I take it like he's supposed to be 100 in my books, or 20, 100 out of 100, that's where we start losing. That's where we mess up at. So I want you to just understand that when you view somebody and they do little things. I got one of my best friends. He say little things that aggravate everybody, but they don't aggravate me, right? And when I say aggravate people, I mean like, is he one of them people where he just speak his mind? So when he speak his mind, it's no filter on it. And everybody don't like that about people, Some people don't like that. But me, I've always known that, hey, this is how he is. Sorry with the bone. It's just good. But this is how he is. Ain't no changing it. I ain't even trying to change it. I understand that about him. And because I understand it, when he do it, it's an expectation. That's what I expect. I expect his communication skills to be a 40, a 50. You know what I'm saying? I expect his communications, his filter, his communication skills is way higher than that. No disrespect, probably like an 80, 90. But I expect his filter to be a 10. He don't got no filter, and that's what it is. So that's what I want you to do. I want you to look at people and accept them for them, not what we want them to be. You know? Oh, I would have did this. That's you. You 100 when it come to that. You a 40 when it come to this though, but you genuine. So when you explain it to somebody, it's like, bro, I be busy and this, that, and the third, and I can't get to the phone. Well, you a 40 when it come to that, and they should look at you the same way. So that's it, y'all. I want y'all to not fall victim to the devil's trap of trying to get you to separate yourself from everybody, because we're putting them on these false spectrums, these false expectations. And it's not hurting nobody but ourselves, because we become lonely. You start feeling empty. The devil able to trick you. That's it, man. Just keep that in mind. And blessings.